Bam.
Welcome, everyone. It has been a fucking minute.
Bam, bitches.
And this is Murder with My Sister,
Hello, everybody.
LD. You know what that means?
No.
Long distance.
Long
Mhm.
distance.
MWMSLD.
Oh, I'm not going to remember any of that.
VS2.
Oh,
The kids, the kids are going to love it.
I'm not going to remember any of
No
that.
one knows what it means but us. But I won't even remember what it means in like 5 minutes.
So, the good thing about this studio nonsense also is that we are recording video and audio.
Oh, no.
So if we ever want to share the video, if we ever want to do a YouTube channel or something like that, we already have it. We can just upload it and drop it.
But we could do it without the video, too.
Yeah, it's just an audio recording.
Oh.
So,
Well, let's not today because yours truly is wearing a tanky top and my
So-
hair is in a bunny bun.
same. I got home. I walk home now. And I got home and I got right in the shower and took all my makeup off and I was like, motherfucker.
Braggadocious walking home.
So
If I walked home, it would take me 3 days.
Yes. My commute is 3 minutes. I have to drive, I don't even know, it's like 5 miles no, it's not. It's 3.5 miles to work. So when I leave work, I walk behind the building through this little wooded area. I go over a bridge and then I come out on a trail that literally turns from that trail into the sidewalk that walks in front of our house.
All of this sounds like you don't want to be there by yourself.
So when I first got here, I did not want to walk the trail by myself. I was like, nope, even though it's like majority of it's a busy highway and you're not like on the highway, but you're adjacent, like parallel to it. So I told Justin, I'm like, I'll walk, but I'm taking the Sheppies with me and stuff like that. And he was like, it's not Chicago. And I was like, yeah, there's bears.
Oh,
and
I'm
there's
sorry. Are
mountain
there no
lions.
murders anywhere but Chicago? I know those are the only ones we fucking been covering.
Just saying.
But I'm just saying, I'm pretty sure Colorado is representing in that.
I was just going to say, I'm going to find some Colorado murders now that
Goddamn, what's his fucking name? Stupid
John
Bundy.
Bonet.
Oh, God. Don't even get me started on that one.
I'm just saying.
Ted Bundy was in Colorado when he escaped from prison and was on the lam.
Was that Colorado?
Yes. I told my therapist, we were talking about my mom and Joe at one point in our sessions, and she had asked me about him because I was like, I gave her like the little itty bitty lowdown, and she had asked me some kind of question. I was like, oh, Joe lives on the lam. And she started laughing, and she's like, wait, just wait. It was really unprofessional of me. I shouldn't have laughed. She's like, but you say things really funny in a really funny way. And I'm like, that's not funny. That's the 100%. The man lives on the lam. I'm like, I'm pretty sure everything is still in my mom's name 2 years after her death.
True story.
Mm-hmm.
True story.
He's probably not really dead in his world.
Nope.
But yeah,
Nope.
So now you walk home. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so when I leave work and I walk home, Justin runs that way, and he times it so he meets me by my work, and then he walks back home with me. It's very interesting to be a novice at any type of physical exercise regimen when I've been sedentary for 20 years. And the person that you decide to partner up with is an expert.
Oh, yeah. What is it? Like, all right, if there's a scale, and like in the middle of the scale is novice, and then at the far right is expert, but then if you go to the far left, like, so you're going backwards now.
Minus novice?
Well, mine would be like minus novice, then minus expert. That's where I would be. I'd be like, and on that end of the little scale is a couch.
Yeah.
A recliner with a bottle of wine in it. That's where I would
100%. So, yeah. I know he's frustrated with me that I can't move as fast. Even if I could move as fast, his stride is bigger.
Yeah, I don't want to move that fast.
We're not evenly matched.
My legs don't open that fast or wide. Okay? They're pinned together at the fucking knee. You can even ask my husband. And they just go like this. It's like a flipper out of water. It's like a
I
little,
like
if a
it.
seal got out of water and just kind of
So I started walking home in March, just like that last week of March. So I only did it a couple times, and then April was consistent. So my little Nike app on my watch says that I walked 100 miles in April.
Oh my God, that's so many miles. That's a lot of miles.
And it was like once a week that I didn't walk. So most of my days I'm getting, 12 or 13,000 steps and that sort of thing. I don't want to. I'm not going to lie. I don't want to do it.
I don't either. It's got to happen at some point if I want to live to see my kids grow up.
That's the thing. I'm like, but I have to, because
really
what
do.
I've noticed is
Also, I have to have one of them catch the other one because I can't catch either one of them. So there's that too.
Yeah. I feel like my aches and pains are pronounced on the days I don't do anything. And that's when I was like, fuck, it actually works. God
So
damn it.
one of my friends at work was just diagnosed with gestational diabetes.
Oh.
And she's a thin girl. She's not a heavy girl. So her MFM told her she was obese and she needed to lose weight. Now, keep in mind, this is a skinny girl.
Who's pregnant?
So let's say that she's, yeah, and they do that test like 26 weeks. So it has been a solid month, maybe a little bit more, that she's been on this diet. And I'm so mad at her because she's on a very, very controlled diet. She does not cheat at all. The baby is growing. She's losing weight while she's pregnant, but she looks amazing. She looks amazing. And I'm like, bitch, don't come in here making an argument for healthy fucking living. Because I was hoping that she would look skeletal and drawn, that
And
she would
sick.
be like dry heaving and like,
Yeah.
I gotta eat something. I gotta eat something. And she said she's hungry all the time. Like she's got a baby growing in her. And she's in the third trimester. You're hungry all the fucking time.
All the time.
All the
yeah.
time. I just kept a loaf of bread in my car at that point. Oh my God, the sourdough that I ate. Oh my God. I know we don't get sourdough for my sister anymore because she moved.
I made 3 loaves 2 weekends ago.
You have to fuck yourself.
And I put it all in the freezer so I could have it over the week. And I think we just opened the last bag of bread. So that means I have to make more. It's a fucking chore.
Yeah, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it.
But it's definitely good for you.
Walking all the miles. That's nice.
Yeah.
I always knew you'd outlive me. I mean, the nice thing about that is that I don't have to watch you die. So, I mean,
Ha ha. So ha, you gotta watch me die.
that's a real Becky thing to say, but it's kind of
Yeah.
like, and so I'm gonna say another mean thing. Like all of our aunts are dying, and we have a younger aunt that we call the other sister. We'll have her on here sometimes. She's younger than me. And when she was so upset that all her sisters were dying, and I wanted to be like, Trina, like, you're 12 years younger than them. You knew you're going to watch them all die, right? Like, you knew
Hello.
at some point you would be the last one. You'd be like, I have no more sisters.
Last man standing.
At least you can experience that loss 7 times. My sister only gets it once.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
You psychopath.
So itchy still.
Still.
It's just a couple spots where the tape was. You know, the tape that I told him I'm allergic to that they still used?
Yeah.
The tape.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Thank you, everyone, for listening to all this bullshit that has nothing to do with why we're here.
Nothing. We're here.
Nothing.
We're here to remember the people that don't still have a voice. Although some of them do. Some of them have families that advocate for all kinds of victims' rights and stuff, and that's legit why we do this. And also a little bit because I don't want to forget anyone. I don't. They can't tell their own stories. They can't pick up the phone and call somebody and be like, "Hey, I have this great story to tell you." So we'll tell their story.
Indeed.
But Sergio, I'm interrupting you. Go ahead.
No, you're fine.
I'm just excited because I haven't talked to you in forever. Because
I know.
you fucking ignore my phone calls when I call you.
I was working, you psychopath.
Excuse me. I called you when I knew you would still be sleeping. I should have woken you from your slumber.
Why would you call me when you knew I was going to be sleeping?
Because then you don't have a reason not to answer the phone. You're
It's
right
called I'm
there.
sleeping.
No, you're right there next to your
Yeah.
phone.
You know what I do? I'm like, oh no. No, 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 no.
Pick it
No,
up.
no, no.
I know. I couldn't
Oh
believe it.
no.
I was driving and I was like, "Ding, ding. You've reached the voicemail of Sweet Marie. And I'm like, this fucking bitch. And I was like, I know she's fucking sleeping and the dogs are barking right now.
Yeah, whatever. So this computer, when I got it, I haven't bought a new computer in like 15 years.
Same
So I
Z's.
take it out of the box and I'm like, oh, and I have to set it up and name it and put all the shit in there and whatever the fuck. And I think it shows up on the like the Wi-Fi as a device or something, like something that's there.
Everything's
So
smart.
right. So Justin's like, did you name your computer Sweet Ree? And I'm like, yes, I did, motherfucker.
That's what the
Yes, I
kids call you,
did.
Sweet Ree. I told Alexis, I told Aubrey that I was going to hang out with my sister, and she's like, "You're getting on a plane?" And I was like, "No, just going
She's so smart.
Because I keep telling every time we drive past, she's like, "Sweet Ree doesn't live there anymore," and I'm like, "No," and she's like, "We got to get on a plane," and I'm like, "Yeah, you do."
Yeah, you do. 2 of them.
What?
Yeah. There's no direct flights.
You told me there's an airport in Montrose.
Yeah, you got to go to Denver and then Denver to Montrose.
You can edit that out since probably only 6 people live there, and they'll be able to
20,000. It's all good.
I thought there's direct flights. That's what the ones that I was looking at that was so expensive.
The only time I know of direct flights, they call it seasonal for the ski season. Then there might be a direct flight.
Oh, that's okay. That makes sense because I was looking in January and February.
Yes, then
Okay.
there is a direct flight. I don't know if it's just once a day or whatever, but
Okay.
it'll go directly from a big city.
Okay.
But I did also see Southwest comes here. I saw one of their planes, and their flights are even cheaper midway.
So I'm always gonna have to get a layover. Mm-hmm. Oh my god. 2 takeoffs
So
and landings.
I don't really care about that.
Oh, I do.
I don't really mind the layovers because sometimes it's nice to get off the plane and like walk around a bit if it's a long trip.
Yeah, but when you get into where is it? Colorado?
Denver.
Denver, isn't it only like another 30 minutes?
Yeah, it's I think it's a commuter flight because it just goes back and forth all day long. And it's like 30 minutes. It's like you go up and you come down. They don't even serve any drinks. It's super quick. But it's at least a normal sized plane.
I'm glad you told me that because I'd have fucking freaked out when I started looking. All right, well, so do you want to tell me about who you're talking about today?
So I was stuck on Chicago stuff. So I wanted to tell the story of the surviving nurse, Miss Corazon, who lost all of her friends in Chicago in 1966. And the speck of a dick who did all this was Richard Speck. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about him, not because anyone really cares, but it's an interesting story. So the killer was born in 1941 in a small town called Kirkwood, Illinois, that living in Illinois I'd never heard of my entire life. So I think it's like a little farm community. If it still exists, I have no idea.
Okay, because I was going to say, I know Kirkland, but that's another small one. It's a little baby town.
It says Kirkwood.
Okay.
His early life, they say, he was the 7th of 8 children. Shortly after the killer was born, his family moved to a different small town called Monmouth, Illinois.
I think I've heard of that.
I feel like I might have heard of that one too.
I feel like I've heard of that one.
He and his baby sister there was a big age gap between him and the other siblings. His mom was super religious, dry house, like all that nonsense. And his father was a laborer. His father died of a heart attack at age 53 when Speck was 6. So he was kind of, maybe he and his sister were a bit of a surprise if
Mm-hmm.
they were
Late
older,
life pregnancies is what we call them
right?
now.
And 3 years after his dad died, his mom remarried a man and moved to Texas. She had met him on a train ride to Chicago. He was a traveling insurance salesman or some such nonsense.
Ew.
But he had a 25-year criminal record that ranged from forgery to DUIs.
Oh,
And this religious, sober person takes up with an alcoholic, essentially.
he seems sweet.
Real winner. Real winner.
Yeah, he seems like a nice guy.
This guy ultimately was a douchebag and was mean to the kids and to the wife, very abusive, all that stuff. He moved them all over the place, blah, blah, blah. So while I understand that some people have hard lives, I know plenty that do and don't do these things.
And that's what we say all the time. All the time.
Sorry.
And because it's great. Like there's an argument that could be made for hard living and what the trauma that you do to a child, and we know that there's all kinds of advocating for kids. But at some point you have to grow up and you can't blame your parents anymore. Like I blamed Fran, oh my God, through my 30s, I think, that I didn't go to college after high school. And in my 20s, right around the time that I went back to school for cosmetology, I could have gone back to school for like going
Whatever you want.
Yeah, I could have taken out those loans that I didn't need her signature for on. So at some point I was like, I really have to stop blaming her, because if I really wanted to go to school, I mean, not that I didn't go to school, but I didn't go to like university. I went to trade school and spent the same amount of money as I would on a university, unfortunately, and fucking scammers.
Craziness.
But I didn't say that.
Uh-oh.
But yeah, I blamed her for a long time. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't just blame everybody all the time.
You gotta move on.
Gotta move on, motherfuckers. Well, he moved right on, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. So they say he started drinking alcohol at age 12.
I think
And
everybody
by
did back then.
Right? And then by 15, he was getting drunk almost every day. His first arrest was age 13 for trespassing. And then that followed, or was followed by dozens of arrests for misdemeanors over the next 8 years.
What year was he born?
1941?
41. So I don't math anywhere except on a calculator. What's 41? You said he was 12 years old?
Mm-hmm. 1953.
Nope, that's my alarm. I got my camera. I got my fucking alarm. What does the calculator look like? There it is.
Wow.
1941, you said he was born?
Yeah.
Okay,
in
so in 1954, everyone was getting drunk by the time they were 50.
And smoking.
And smoking.
Because it was safe.
Smoking at like 6, and
it was good for you.
It's fine. So, yeah. So, sorry, bud. No, keep going.
So, in the 1960s, he meets a 15-year-old girl.
Oh.
I can't call her a woman, a 15-year-old girl.
Nope.
She becomes pregnant shortly after they start dating, and he marries her.
Because that's what you did.
Yeah, because that's what you did. And then he had a daughter in 1962. His daughter was born while he was serving a 22-day jail sentence for disturbing the peace. So off to the races.
Was he disturbing it with alcoholic abuse?
Probably so.
Okay.
He eventually was charged with forgery and burglary and convicted. And in 1963, so his kid's like a year old, and he ends up going to prison for 3 years.
Bye.
Yeah, hot mess.
Mm-hmm.
He was released in 65. He worked for a few months as a driver for a meat company. At some point, he makes his way back to Illinois in 1966 and moves in with his sister. And then I think his sister was in Chicago.
Yes, I think I remember hearing that.
So she told him, you can't stay here unless you're going to work and contribute and blah, blah, blah. So it sounds like she kind of told him, you got to go here and they'll give you a job and that sort of
Hmm.
thing. But he didn't actually try to do anything himself. Um, at some point, he was given like a laborer kind of job. What did they call it?
I thought it was a
Apprentice.
merchant marine.
Yeah, apprentice seaman or something
Okay.
like
Okay.
that. So he was like kind of on and off working there, blah, blah, blah.
Because didn't they take you like they pretty much? If I thought if you were a merchant marine, you were out on the ship, so that took care of like your living, your
Mm-hmm.
food. Like so, they're like, yeah, go live on a boat with a bunch of your guy pals and pal around Lake Michigan because we don't have an ocean here in Chicago. We got a big lake
Yeah.
that looks like an ocean
Yeah.
because you can't see the other side.
You cannot see the other side, 100%. At some point, it looks like maybe only about 6 months later, he had outstayed his welcome with his sister because he was just a dick.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, Richard was a dick.
Oh,
Oh.
mom
Oh.
joke.
Um, on July 13th, 1966, he is out loitering, doing whatever the fuck, drunk, blah, blah, blah. He walks past this townhouse in South Chicago that was being used as a dormitory for student nurses.
Mm-hmm.
So, side note, back in the day, before there were universities and colleges to teach nurses, they had what they called a diploma program. And it was almost like a residency.
Mm-hmm.
So, right out of high school, you went to the school,
Mm-hmm.
but the school was actually run and funded by the hospital, not a school
Mm-hmm.
or a university. The people that were training to be nurses lived there. You would walk across the street and do your shift. That was your training to become a nurse. And then you went back to the dormitories. So it was kind of like being on campus.
So is that what we call on-the-job training?
Yeah,
I mean,
free labor, 100%.
fuck.
They lived there. I don't know how long these programs were. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like they were a couple years long or something like that. But those nurses, a lot of people that I know who are nurses said that they got the best education out of all the programs.
Well, were they trained by doctors?
No, they were
Oh,
trained by other
the
nurses.
nurses? Okay.
But it was that kind of immersive
Mm-hmm.
environment, like
Mm-hmm.
sink or swim, go, do
Right.
you
Right.
kind of a thing. I have to imagine that there was like classwork and,
For
stuff
sure.
like that, but it seems like the majority of it was focused on the clinical work.
Mm-hmm.
As far as I know, I think in the early 90s, there was still one diploma program that was still running, maybe in Ravenswood or something like that. Stands out in my brain. I don't know if that was true. At least in Chicago, there might have still been one open as early as as recently as the 90s. I don't think they exist anymore at all.
You know, before cosmetology became a big deal, you used to be able to do training the same exact way.
Yeah.
You would, what did they call it? You would apprentice
Yeah.
under a licensed stylist, and if they made you do your certain things, then you would take your practical and your written test, and if you passed, then you became a stylist.
And that was
And
it.
then beauty schools were like, wait, stop, wait, we can charge people $30,000 for a 10-month program. And they're like,
OMG.
that is the best idea anyone has ever had. Let's do it.
Yep. And Illinois and other places decided, same, like, let's let the universities make money off of this.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's charge you for all the licenses that we can.
Love
For
those.
I have 3 nursing licenses for the state of Illinois.
Beep boop.
It's ridiculous, the stuff.
Well, I need you to keep those licenses right now, if you could.
So, yes. So I looked up this hospital that these student nurses were associated with. It doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, is that right?
Correct. The hospital that was associated with the at this point in time was eventually absorbed by, or is called Trinity nowadays, and
Okay.
then now they're part of Loyola's health system.
So where was this? I had thought that I heard that this house, this townhouse or whatever it was called. What was it called again?
It was a townhome.
Townhome. Wasn't it in like the area where Taylor Street and all that was? No, where was it?
I'll tell you the address.
Oh, okay.
2319
So okay.
East
Oh,
100th Street.
where the? So that's south.
That's way southeast.
So wait a minute. So
Near
that leads me to believe that's
Hyde
past.
Park.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Like,
that's past
mm-hmm.
Gage Park for sure.
Yep. Yep.
So, wow. Okay. The
So
79th Street is. Wow. Okay.
So way on the southeast
Way
side
on
of
the south
Chicago.
side. Way, way, way south. Okay.
Um, the nurses' names: Gloria Davy,
Mm-hmm.
Patricia Matusik,
Mm-hmm.
Nina Jo Schmalley, Pamela Wilkening, Suzanne Ferris, Marianne Jordan, Merlita Garguio, and Valentina. I'm going to say Passion, but it's
Mm-hmm.
spelled with one S, maybe Passion. Apparently, he just walked up to the house, knocked on the door, and barged his way in.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then he kind of like, what's the word? Like he rounded them up
Mm-hmm.
little by little. He kept saying he's not going to hurt them, blah, blah, blah. He tied them up. Oh, I just want money. Like smoking a cigarette, talking to them, hours. One of the girls that he was there for so long, one of them was actually out with her fiance for dinner
Mm-hmm.
and came home and didn't realize he was there and then got tied up and all the rest. There was another part where at some point the next door neighbor needed something from them, and each townhome had like a certain number of students in it. So the next door neighbor comes over, knocks on the door while this is in progress, gets no answer, and goes back to her dormitory only to find out the next morning what had happened. And then there was one survivor. Her name was Corazon Amuro. She was Filipino. At some point, he was so like wonky and all out of it, whatever, that I think he just literally lost track because there were 8 of them.
Mm-hmm.
That she crawled under a bed while he was out of the room. So when he came back, he didn't even notice that she was missing. But this poor girl heard what he did to her
Well, so
roommates.
let's talk about that for a second because you have 8 women who were tied up in a room. But again, this was in the 50s or 60s? 1966.
1960s, yeah.
So at that point, there wasn't any like fight or flight training, right? There was do as you're told.
And maybe you'll get out of this.
Yeah, be polite, listen to them, just do as you're told, do as you're told, do as you're told. And I have to imagine that every one of those nurses heard what was happening to the person that he took out before them. And I don't know what kind of mindset. I mean, how could anyone know what they're thinking, what they're going through when you hear that happening and then he comes in and just takes another person? Like, I don't know. I don't even, because I know that there's been ridicule like over the years. Why didn't they do anything? Why didn't they try to get away? And again,
oh, you can't victim blame.
oh, everybody
How-
everybody blames
Like
everything, but like
people are amazing. Like how the fuck how would you react in that
Right.
situation? How
Right.
would you even know?
I would be like, well, let's think about if I was in that situation, I would do this. And I'm like, yeah, it's so fucking easy to say that. sitting here in the safety of your own home when you can look back on everything that we've learned over the last 40 years, 50 years, and say, well, I definitely would have done things differently. Did you know that? Really? No. So go
No.
on. I'm sorry, go ahead. But yes, I can
No,
only
no.
imagine what was going on in their poor brains.
I watched a really good YouTube video that someone did like a little article or what have you, like a little something on it, because decades later, and I don't know if these buildings are still there today, but decades later, like in the 90s, Corazon came back to the building.
Really?
Yeah. It was like part of the news expose or something, and she came back to the building.
I feel like shouldn't that have been torn down immediately following his conviction?
I don't know. Did they do that sort of thing back then?
I don't.
Did they do
We could have.
that?
I don't know. I don't know. Go ahead. Oh God, I don't know.
So he didn't rape all of them. He held them in the room for hours. One by one, he took them out and he stabbed or strangled each of them to death, came back for the next one. So he was there for hours. The very last victim, or who he thought was the last victim, he raped her and then killed her. Corazon stayed hidden until 6 a.m., long after he left, and then got out from under the bed and called the police. And the police came. They saw everything. They found fingerprints at the scene and matched them to him because he had been arrested for so many times. So this was at least in that era where maybe there's no DNA and things like that don't exist yet, but fingerprints were a big deal.
Right.
And he'd been in the system so many times, it was super easy to identify him.
Right.
And then another man who was getting drunk himself on a fire escape, like not far away from where the townhome was able to identify Richard Speck as someone that he saw
Now, didn't the
in
girl,
the area.
the girl who got away, didn't she? Wasn't she able to identify him by his tattoo?
Yes.
Okay.
So,
I didn't know. I can't remember what it says. Born to be bad or something.
born to raise hell.
There it is.
Yeah.
All right.
So, before they found him, Speck had gone to the Star Hotel, gotten a room, and attempted suicide.
Oh,
He was poor baby.
poor baby can live with what you did.
He was taken to Cook County Hospital.
So okay, so I was just wait a minute now, because hang on, because Cook County is on the south side, but not that south side.
It's hours of a drive from that far south. So he made his way more north, and wherever this Star Hotel is or was, that was close enough that when they got the call that he was unconscious or whatever, that they took him to Cook County Hospital.
Okay, so I'm finding on the Wikipedia that
Yeah.
Jeffrey Manor is where the house was located, and that neighborhood ran between 95th Street. We all know 95th Street because that's where Beverly and Evergreen Park are.
Yep.
95th Street and 103rd, but way down by Torrance Avenue
Torrance,
and
yeah.
Chicago and Western Indiana Railroad. So that's giving me a little more perspective.
And when you talk about like the merchant seamen and all that stuff,
Yeah.
that's a lakeside community.
Oh, yeah,
It's
yeah,
just
sure,
way
sure.
closer to Indiana than
Right.
Chicago.
Right. And then Cook County, wasn't the old Cook County on 26th Street? Or
No.
no.
Roosevelt?
Was it Roosevelt?
The old Cook County building was somewhere near
You fucking
Taylor
hang-
Street.
You just hang the fuck on. I'm going to tell you.
Because it's in the medical district. It's by Rush. It's by,
Upton Avenue.
there you go.
You fucking are right.
And it's still there. I think
No,
they
I was just
turned,
going to say, it's called John H. Stroger Hospital now.
yeah, it's called Stroger, not Cook County,
Cook County.
as we remember it. But,
Chicago thing, where if you're from Chicago, you called it Cook County Hospital.
yes.
Like we still call it Wrigleyville.
Comiskey
Or, I'm
Park.
sorry, Comiskey Park.
Comiskey Park.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
So, side note, did you know that Cook County Hospital System, Stroger, whatever you want to call it, also owns the hospital in Oak Forest, The one that was
See, I didn't say that. The mental health hospital?
the one that's in Oak Forest on like
Cicero and
150.
59th.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't know they owned it, but I thought that was a mental health facility.
I don't know if it's only that
Okay.
because I've met people who have gotten medical care there.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that the hospital does a lot of like Medicaid and things
Okay.
like that. So I've met some people who have gotten like colonoscopies and things at that hospital. I didn't even
Mm-hmm.
realize that they did elective things
I
there.
think Denise's mom worked there.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
So, fun fact about that hospital is that when it was first built back in the day, and we're talking
Mm-hmm.
like probably 1900s, 1800s, or
Mm-hmm.
something like that, it was a sanitarium
That's what I'm saying.
for tuberculosis. That's what it was opened for. So, you got tuberculosis and you went there and
Yeah.
you died or you got better or whatever. So, they say that there are so many people buried who
Oh,
died from tuberculosis on those grounds that the soil is like positive for or littered with tuberculum bacterium.
you know they still have that area fenced off.
Yeah, that's
Is
probably
that,
why.
is that hospital still open? I'm gonna Google that shit next.
So that, yeah, fun fact. Um, so Speck was taken to the emergency room, and at the
Mm-hmm.
hospital, a surgical resident, Dr. Leroy Smith, a 25-year-old baby, had read about the story in the newspaper and that the person they were looking for had a tattoo and it said "Born to Raise Hell." And there's his
There it
patient
is.
with the tattoo. So he called the police and told them that your suspect is here in the emergency room, and he was arrested.
Good.
He
Oak Forest
was
Hospital is permanently closed. It is a defunct 600 bed hospital. They literally put that on Wikipedia. Defunct.
defunct.
Hmm.
I mean,
It was
whatever.
opened in 1854.
Holy Jesus.
Fucking A, right, right? 858. I didn't even know. Fuck, man.
That means that the plumbing doesn't work. That's why it's defunct.
I
Like the
mean,
electricity isn't up to code.
okay.
So he goes to trial, blah, blah, blah. All the bullshit, excuses,
Hmm.
excuses. He claimed initially he had no recollection of the murders, but he confessed to the crime to this Dr. Leroy Smith. So he's just a
Big
liar and an
fucking liar
asshole.
who lies. Fucking lying
100%.
motherfucker.
Eventually he just like owns it. He was given the death penalty, then it was reversed, then he got it again. Like, he was
Hmm.
in jail for so long, the laws. The weird thing about him, which I think gives people, I don't know, I mean, I guess to each his own, but he was trans at one point. He started to transition when he was like late in life.
That was when he was in prison. Mm-hmm. And I'm pretty sure that was like a joke.
And well, that's the thing is like, was it real or was he just a big asshole looking for one more loophole? Like, I'm crazy, let me out, or something stupid.
I don't want to like shadow on your story, but do you remember when you told me you were doing this one?
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, cool, I'm listening to it right now."
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember who I was listening to it on. And they covered that time in prison. God, I think it was my favorite murder that just
It could have been. They covered it.
And they were saying that he had, while he was in prison, there were prison recordings that he had sent to a news station, and you could hear him saying shit like, "If they knew what a good time I was having in here, they wouldn't like want me in here." Shut up, you fucking loser. Was he at Joliet prison? Was that where he?
He was in Statesville. In Crest Hill.
Oh, okay.
Right there. Yeah.
Okay.
He was at Statesville Correction Center.
Okay.
He was there, blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to find the date. He compared himself to celebrity killers. He was just an asshole. He was just a douchebag. Did you watch Mindhunter?
I did.
I loved it.
I'm
I'm so
yeah, I
sad that
saw
they
that.
only did 2 seasons.
I know. I know. There was a little meme on the intranet that said, Mindhunter season 3. I can't believe they're not doing it. And there was some influencer YouTube was like, "You guys need to get over it already. They're not fucking doing another season." I was like, "Oh, wow, you little meanie."
You know who one of the executive producers was?
No.
Charlize Theron.
Well, come on, Miss Charlize.
I know. I was like, dude, come on.
Come on.
We all want to see it. We all want to see it.
We all do. I think, yeah.
We want to see more.
So didn't the survivor, didn't she point him out in court and walk up to him and say it was fucking you and like?
I don't know if she confronted him. I'm not sure of.
In the story I heard, she had walked right up to him, was like, this is the man who, killed my friends. Like, good for you. Like, get out of that chair, walk right up to his face. I mean, we all wish, right, that we could have that moment when that person that wronged you and you could just fucking spit in their face and grab their head and bang it against the desk. Not really. I'm paraphrasing.
And at least have like you know how like sometimes somebody says something to you and then later on you're like, oh, I should have said this. Oh, I should have said that.
Oh, yeah, when you have minutes to mull it over. And
prepare. Okay. And
the type of people that are quick-witted and they always have that good comeback, those are like next level genius people.
I know.
Have that. I'm like, I'm not stupid, I'm moderately intelligent, and I'm clever, sarcastic.
Yes.
But sometimes, man, every once in a while I have a nice quick comeback, and then every once in a while I'm just like sitting there dwelling on it for like 6 hours, and I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna fucking text this right now. Hey, remember what you said earlier?
I know, right?
Bitch.
My comebacks are so few and far between that I coast on them for years because it never happens. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, it's a good time when they do.
So he was given the death penalty, and then it was overturned, and neither here nor there. So shortly, so this was on December 5th, 1991.
91?
Almost 30 years after this.
Did we let him enjoy himself a little too much, maybe, you think? Fuck.
He was transported from Statesville to Silver Cross Hospital.
Stop.
Probably in 1991, the old hospital, not the one that exists now.
Wait, they executed him at a hospital?
No, he went there because he was complaining of chest pain. He died that morning, they believe, from a heart attack.
He didn't even die from lethal, like from...
Oh, no. No. Bitch got to go home with a heart attack, just like everyone else who ate cheeseburgers. Yeah. Enlarged heart, emphysema, and clogged arteries.
In prison.
His sister, fearing that his grave would be like desecrated or worse, celebrated, or
that his bones would be dug up. Yeah, yeah.
Had him cremated and scattered his ashes in an undisclosed location in the Joliet area.
Ew.
I know.
Hopefully it was a garbage can.
I don't know, dude. It could have been the cornfield your house currently sits on.
Did you know that scattering ashes is like illegal?
Yes. Did you not know this?
I knew it from all of the true crime that we listened to.
You have to get permission.
When Eric's dad passed away last year, and they're going to get so mad, so we'll just wait, and hopefully it'll be months before this, but they were like, who wants the ashes? And everybody's like, no, I don't want him. And I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, give them to me, I'll take them. Like, I'll put them in a closet, I don't care. And then,
just put them next to Aunt Barb.
And then both of Eric and his brother were like, oh, well, we'll take them and we'll scatter them. And I was like, no, you can't scatter ashes. And the funeral director was like, no. He's like, please, guys, don't do that. That's illegal. And I'm like, that's so illegal. Like, guys, what if there's a bone in there?
Wait, if the person had like I have to find this out. I'm going to have to like send a message to one of the coroner people that I follow on the TikTok. If the person has like things that don't burn, right? Clips, a pacemaker, a hip replacement,
elbows,
screws,
shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes,
knees
and toes. Yeah, all those don't.
Do they sift it out? What do they do with that stuff?
Oh my God,
do they recycle?
Yes, they give.
They recycle.
Yeah, didn't you know the lap band that I just had removed was recycled from a dead person? He used
Shut
to
the front
always
door.
punch me. I'm totally teasing. I asked the doctor that. I'm like, was the one that he put in me like a used one? Fucking worst ever.
Psychopath.
I know, I'm cuckoo cuckoo.
A little bit, a little bit.
So he died of a fucking heart attack. Well,
So
fuck
he
him
died of
very
a.
much.
I don't know why I always thought that he was put to death.
I did too. Maybe it was hope.
Maybe
You
I
know,
was just
I
thinking
lived
that. Maybe
in
it was just wishful thinking.
Yeah, I lived on that rainbow of hope that he knew it was that he was dying. Like that's, I mean, ugh, all right, let's make everybody mad. Is the death penalty right? I don't know. You know what? And here's what I know. I know I'm not the one who's supposed to fucking make that decision. What I do know is that some people deserve it. That's what I fucking know. And
Yes.
and
There
the
is evil in
only
the world.
yeah, the only bit of solace that some of these families get is knowing that the person who killed their loved one is experiencing some type of fucking fear right before they fucking go.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there it is.
So
I don't want to be the one to decide if we should do it or if we shouldn't. I don't want to be the one to decide if somebody needs to get it or not. What I need to know is that somebody else made the decision and I'm comfortable with that. And if they
yeah.
did what they said they did and there's all the abundance of evidence, then bye.
So
Have
my
it.
thoughts on the death penalty are that there are evil people in the world. There are unfixable people in the world.
Yep.
And there are people who do not deserve to be among us.
Nope. Nope.
And I don't, full disclosure, I don't know how or who should decide those things.
No, not me.
I also know that our legal system is very flawed. There are a lot of people in prison who do not belong in prison who are innocent.
Oh my God.
So I don't think we should put.
Like 20% of prisoners
It's bad.
are innocent.
It's
like,
really bad.
So bad. That's so
It's so bad. So
and that means
until,
that there's 20% of criminals out there who got away with their
yeah,
crimes.
that means there's people out there doing harm and someone else is paying for it. So until utopia, nirvana, whatever the fuck happens, and we can actually be 100% certain of people's guilt.
How do you ever really know?
That's the thing. So
how do you ever really know?
I mean,
here's what I am not.
Let's take this example.
Fucking peer. I know I have too many. Like I know that I would be the worst person to be on a jury because I feel empathy where I shouldn't. I feel anger and frustration where I shouldn't. Sometimes I hear a story and I'm like, ooh, that reminds me of something that happened to me. And then I become a different person. And then sometimes I'll hear something and within like 5 seconds, my brain has taken this scenario to the darkest, deepest levels of hell. And I can't come back from there. I think they call that OCD. No.
Yeah, that sounds about
Something
right.
like that. I don't know. I'll ask my therapist about it.
I think that's an excellent plan.
Yeah, she's a peach, man. I really like her. She's a hoot. She told me I was crying last week about some shit. And she's like, you need to learn to ask for help. And she's like, when people can't help you, you can't get mad. And then that's all the help you ever ask for. She's like, you have a theme where you don't ask for help. And then you ask for help. And when you don't get the help you want, you get mad. And I was like, ew.
So
like,
can I tell you, because I'm thoroughly
out on my bullshit like so hard.
I'm thoroughly therapized, and I was therapized long before you were therapized.
It's not a competition.
I'm just saying, I already know what the answer. I know what the answer is.
What?
So adults who isolate and don't ask for help, it's a sign of
A neglect as a child.
being a child and having to fucking figure it out on your own and not having any
That's
support.
exactly what she told me. She's like, the reason you do this is because you were forced to raise yourself and to always fend for yourself. She's like, you were taught
Figure
never
it out.
to ask anybody for help because you had to take care of yourself.
By the by, everyone who's listening, all three of you, my sister and I are Gen X. Can you tell?
Also, we're not talking about anybody in our family.
No.
No.
This is all supposition.
This is
Theory.
I'm asking for a friend.
That's about right.
Yeah.
So I have this friend.
My friend's mom was the one who I'm talking about, but that we grew up right around the corner.
That's right. That's it. True
Not our
story. It
mom.
was
Our mom
Erica. It
was
was
the best.
Erica's mom. It was
Yep.
Erica's mom.
Our mom was the best.
The
The
best.
best.
Always there.
She was right there with us.
Every
Mhm.
day. Every day. Anyway.
Okay. Island. I'm gonna prove that later.
So,
Joe's not
do
gonna.
you have a plan for next week?
Yes, I told you that I want to do the Grimes sisters,
Oh, yeah. An
then,
oldie but a goodie.
and then we will. It's okay. Don't say oldie but a goodie because
Oh, yeah. It sounds bad, doesn't
it's
it?
the perfect example. I was listening to a podcast
Mm-hmm.
and I was talking to one of the girls at work about true crime. And she's like, y'all need to let these people die. You all need to let these people just go. They don't need to have people talking about them 20 years later. And I was like, you know what? I kind of disagree with you because what's happening right now, and this
Mm-hmm.
is a bad example because it's so heartbreaking, to John Bonet. That crime
Mm-hmm.
was unsolved, but
Mm-hmm.
they're re-releasing some of this stuff, some that had never been seen, some that had,
Mm-hmm.
and we're looking at it through a different scope now because there has been DNA that proved that it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't the family.
Mm-hmm.
And we are in a different era even than we were 30 years ago or 26 years ago when this happened, where we're not victim blaming, we're not victim shaming, we're not parent shaming. Like her parents were put under the microscope immediately because she was in beauty pageants. So we judged and we were harsh. And all of these young folks are looking at this case now and they're like, wait, whoa, 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 wait. They didn't catch the person that killed her. Wait, what happened to this little girl? So now new people are interested in an old unsolved crime, and that's the fucking reason that we should still talk about it. And that's the reason that she should still have documentaries because somewhere someone might be interested enough to say, wait a minute, I think we could do something about this. I think we could fucking solve this. And then her father, who's still alive, the poor man lost a wife and two fucking kids already, might get a
Mm-hmm.
little goddamn peace of mind. So I'm gonna talk about my Grimes sisters and unsolved crime that happened in the fucking 40s.
So, I have to say about that.
Go. I'm upset now.
I think of these stories as learning how to avoid the same fate. And if these people are not with us any longer,
Mm-hmm.
but by sharing their story, we can save somebody else from that fate,
Mm-hmm.
then that honors their life. Likewise, as long as we talk about the people that have gone before us, then we never forget them and they're always with us and alive in our minds.
100%.
So in my mind, remembering them, even when it is a sad story, is not it keeps them with us.
I know I've talked a lot about doing John Bonet, and I will. I promise I will. It deserves. It
Is
deserves.
this going to be one of those things like Lacey Peterson where I'm going to have to take notes on who I think did it because I don't
No,
agree with this or
no,
that or
I think it's just hard because I have a daughter now, and I
yeah.
have a daughter who just loves dressing up. And if I hear once, I've heard it 100 times, Mom, I can't go outside without my makeup on. And she wants me to curl her hair. And she wants, Mama, I want the really, 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 really red lipstick. And I'm like, oh my God, that's so funny because that's exactly what it's called. Really, 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 really red lipstick. So, and she's only 4, and John Bonet was 5
Yeah.
when she was murdered, 1 year older than Aubrey, and Aubrey is already thoroughly enjoying hair and makeup and playing dress up. And if she wanted to be in a little beauty pageant, I would let her. I would
So
be
I don't
paranoid as fuck about it, but like, so I have to give John Bonet what she missed in the beginning, and that was just everything about that was just shamed and bad, and those poor parents, like, can you, and everybody's like, oh, Patsy looked like she was fucking high. You think? Her freaking daughter was murdered in their home. She saw her poor little itty bitty body.
She had to be medicated in order to be
I
functional.
would be on every medication known to man. All right, I'm done
100%.
now. I'm hot. You
Wait.
see, you already got me talking about it.
All right, listen. I gotta
So,
find
but
out.
no. Next week is going to be the Grimes sisters. It's an unsolved crime. It happened in the South Side of Chicago. Some of the information that I'm going to share with you is heartbreaking, and some of the stuff that you hear the professionals who worked on that case say, it's no fucking wonder it's not solved. You know what?
All right, listen.
It's for next week.
Here's a lighter thing. I got these things for Miss Makeup. Look at this.
What is that? It's a moon?
It's like eyeliner,
Oh no.
and they're different colors.
It looks like a half moon.
Look,
Is that a star?
a moon and a star.
Oh god.
Wait. Oh, this one's just a pointed one. Wait. Maybe it's this side. Yes.
Do you remember that Bricado shimmer spray that I used to spray all over Alexis?
Look at that.
That's a heart.
I have 4 of them. I have to find the other one. But I bought them because I just thought it would be the coolest thing. Like, this is like a, this is like a, what do you call that?
A marker?
Yeah, but like, you know how like you want to make a mole look prettier or more
Oh,
pronounced, right?
right.
So here's my mole, but I'm going to make it a star.
You're zhuzhing it up.
I'm zhuzhing it up.
That's what the word I hear at school all the time is zhuzhing.
I was like, I have to have them.
I don't know
For
how to
Aubrey.
spell zhuzhing. Oh, fuck.
Zhuzh,
You know, Cash is going
zhuzh.
to want those too.
Well, that's why I have 4 of them, and he can
I'm gonna-
stamp them all over his face if he wants to.
See, I'm going to send you a picture real quick. So yeah, so that's who I'm talking about next week.
Okay.
And then I will.
I'll think of who I want to do after that.
All right, I just sent you a picture. Grab your phone.
Oh, jeez.
That's Audrey. I have like 6 of them. She's doing Cashton's makeup.
I love it. And he just sits there. He's like,
Oh,
sure.
he
sounds
wanted her
good."
to. No, he's like, do my makeup. And I'm like, go ahead. You know what? Do his makeup. Who cares?
It's fine.
He's a kid. He's 2 years old. He wants to do what his big sister's doing.
It doesn't matter. It's
So yeah,
fine.
so I'll do John Bonet you know what I'll do? I'll do
When
it.
you're medicated?
No, I'm going to do it when we're together. When I come out to visit, I'll be ready to do it then. And then I can
Okay.
cry and be depressed and sad and all of
I
that
hate
stuff.
that. I hate it. I hate it
Well,
all.
Well, I mean, it's the
But
name,
okay.
it's the name of
get
the
it.
true crime game. Oh,
All right.
shit, did I just rhyme? Are we gonna do
Oh,
a t-shirt with
shit.
that? That's the name of the true crime game.
TM, 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 TM.
Tim.
Trademark.
No, what was our first
Nobody-
t-shirt gonna be?
I don't know. I wrote them
Turtles
down.
and bicycles.
Roll up the fucking window.
Fucking Fran.
Don't park next to vans.
Don't park next to vans.
Mm,
I don't even remember what we used to say. Come on, George, let's go.
there it is.
Come on, George.
Woof woof.
All right.
I love you.
Are you getting off or are you just gonna stop recording?
I am going to hit stop.